Coming to you from Crunchyroll HQ, this is the Gachiakuta After Show, where each week we're talking out the trash and breaking down the latest from the anime series, sharing our favorite moments, and so much more. I'm your host, Leah President.
I love getting to make you guys say talking out the trash, and I am also your host, Nick Friedman.
He did write that.
He did. I'm still trying to figure out how my trash powers work. It's LeAlec Murray.
Let's enter the abyss together.
We're never going to be together on that.
Now, before we get into this week's episode, we have some feedback that you guys provided from, well, I don't know if I want to call it feedback.
You make it sound like a performance review. You're like, we have some feedback that's been delivered to us. We got comments from folks who listened to the first episode. So first of all, welcome back. I guess I'm just going to read the first one. Emily via Spotify. Emily, thank you for writing in. Gachiakuta has that vibe of a kind main character becoming vengeful when something bad happens. I can't wait for next week's episode and see what'll happen with Rudo and meet more characters. Smile blushing emoji. Yes, we're going to talk about that here in a second.
Has a sweet little squishy marshmallow inside of him, but right now he's forced to be burnt crispy marshmallow.
Or one of those marshmallows that you leave in the cabinet for too long and it turns really hard. All right, from Will, headphones, cheeseburger via Spotify. Great first episode. I'm excited to follow along with this fantastic series. Where are my anime effect peeps?
Yes.
We're all right here.
Will, welcome from our main show, the Anime Effect.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then Kat via Apple Podcasts. New but godly. It may be new, but I have utmost faith that it will be an amazing show, and I am so pumped to hear you cover this amazing series. Kat, thank you. And if you want to be like Kat, Will, and Emily, you can go to Spotify and leave us a 5-star review, or Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review. And then we might read it on the show. You never know. All right, well, let's recap this thing. Episode 2 of Gachiakuta. Let's go.
So we left off basically continuing on from the first episode where Rudo is battling these trash beasts, and we kind of get a little bit of a glimpse at him developing his power and some flashbacks kind of recapping why this power is coming to him in his moment of need.
Yes, and most importantly, the trash beasts look extremely cool in this like slightly different frame, like CG blend of art. Like it just looks so, I mentioned it the first episode, so uncanny. And they are scary. They are very scary.
Very kaiju level scary. And speaking of meeting new characters, Rudo meets Enjin, who displays his own power in full force and takes out an army of trash beasts. We'll talk about it more later, but this was my favorite part of the episode.
Yes. Enjin is probably, I'm thinking, going to be
That's
my favorite
character.
Heartthrob.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to be my
I see the
favorite until further notice.
Yeah, he's rad. He's the pretty boy. We'll talk about that more later. That was
We're going to get a kill shot slowed with reverb edit.
Oh my God.
We're going to get like a Call of Duty 360 no scope super cut with like him like looking at the camera, brushing his hair back. We also got a call back to Rudo's past with his adoptive father, rest in peace,
He's
telling him
so cute, little baby Rudo.
that an object, if treated with care, a soul will eventually come to inhabit it, which, you know, there's obviously a lot the show is playing with around soul, which is really cool. And we get this little glimpse of why Rudo has the respect he does for things that are thrown away that are still useful. We also, mirroring kind of the experience that we get from episode 1, we learn when Rudo is left with this group of men in the pit who immediately you're kind of like, oh, like maybe they're going to help him. They're going to like fight the beasts, like all this stuff. They label him a spherite, which I found to be very interesting. This was one of those like, you know, proper noun moments where it's like spherite. Okay, I'm going to write that down.
Which is interesting because when you're introduced to the characters at the beginning, you're like, oh, there's like these really clean, like other side of the wall society. And then you have like the people in Rudo's hood that are like the second class citizens. And now we're finding there's like a third class citizen.
Yeah. And
that thinks that Rudo is like a trashy overlord.
Well, and I'm like, do they know that there's like, there's spherites, but are the spherites all of the people who live above the pit? Anyway, it turns out these people, they don't like spherites. They consider them basically the reason why the world has been poisoned. So unfortunately, they are not there to help him. That turns pretty quickly. But this is also when we get to see Rudo's powers for the first time.
And boy, do we see them. That hand scene right before he comes out swinging, like, that was disturbing. The bones.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
he
so
went full
cool with
cannibal
the
mode.
red.
He went 28 years later mode.
It was just as gruesome in the manga as it is in the show. So I was actually glad to see that part, but at the same time, it was just as cringy. So
Yes, and Rudo he's a giver,
Yeah.
which, you know, is this the term for the power? Is this the term for the powers?
who knows? But after Rudo awakens and discovers his power as a giver, Enjin invites him to join the cleaners.
And here we go. We're off to the races, guys.
I was dead when he was like, "Hey, you should join us," and he's like, man, I don't know about that." I thought that was so funny, and I love how the episode kind of ends on that.
Yeah, he's
It
just
is.
like,
It's a good
nope.
moment, and you can already tell like they're gonna have this like really cool, fun, hilarious relationship as he's sort of like Rudo's window into this new world and his powers. Speaking of which, that's the recap, guys. Episode 2 of Gachiakuta. We're going to jump in to our dumpster dive for this episode, which, if you're just now joining us, we're going to talk about our immediate takeaways from this episode of Gachiakuta as the series continues, starting with the power system.
Oh man, business is really about to pick up here.
I mean, I was really surprised when that trash piece was about to take a bite out of Rudo, and he like solo smacked it with a piece of pipe, and it was like. And it seemed like everyone was really surprised that Rudo could wield more than one object, or at least that's what it sounded like when he was kind of fighting back against the gang that had chained him up.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I think the major takeaway here is that at this moment, the power system of this series is incredibly mysterious. All we know is that, you know, there's potentially something with what Rudo's adoptive father has said around objects having souls and the way that they attach to people and give them meaning. And so I'm making an assumption, but what we've seen from Rudo is like, he has this inherent power to breathe life into these things and make them work for him and his goals. So I'm really excited to learn more, but also the idea that, you know, Enjin is like, hey, I'm going to show you what this is all about. Here, grab my hand and let's go on this wonderful Wonderland journey together.
Yeah. There's a strong sense of like animism, sort of like these spirits residing in objects and stuff. Because we even got some of that, a taste of that in episode 1, where they were talking about like, oh, if you are constantly treating objects with disrespect, like what do you think is going to happen to like the spirit of this object?
It's a good setup for, I think, what we're going to see moving forward around like people who use objects for good, use them for evil. But the other takeaway I want to talk about with you guys is the mirror in society between what's in the pit and below and what's above, right? In episode 1, we talked about how people can be considered trash and that the pristine society is sort of throwing out anything that's been used once because it no longer has a use to them. And then you go all the way down to the bottom of the pit and turns out they don't like the trash either.
Right.
It's stinky poo-poo. I loved it when Enjin like took off his mask to like face reveal, and then he's like, like, I hate that you made me do that. Like,
Thanks for making me do that. Yeah, that was good.
You made me have like my Hawkeye moment. Why did you do that? It's like, Enjin, you did that to yourself. You needed to show off your face.
Yeah, we needed to see your face card.
We needed you to say a cool line.
He passes, that's for sure.
That is true. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this is explored more. I mean, we get it a little bit with this group down here that's immediately antagonistic to Rudo. But, you know, maybe they blame the people from the pit for the trash beasts. Like, I'm curious to see how this develops. But yeah, power system and a little bit of a look at the society. That's what we picked out of the dumpster today, the dumpster dive. Moving along to the pit pull. What is your favorite moment, line, reveal from episode 2 of Gachiakuta? The through line of all of our picks is Enjin, right? Like,
Yep.
obviously it's the easy answer to be like, Enjin. Enjin's my favorite. I like Enjin. If Enjin has 0 fans, I have died. But no, my favorite moment from this episode was the test that Enjin gives to Rudo, which he doesn't really reveal it until afterwards, but he effectively has goaded Rudo into having this fight and revealing his power.
I planned this all along.
Yeah.
This was my
He's
plan
like,
the entire time.
You passed this test. And I just thought that was a fun little aha moment. And it really revealed Enjin's personality very quickly. And the show does a great job with giving us those initial bits of exactly what these characters are about. So I'm really excited to see more from him. But Leah, what was your favorite Enjin moment?
Well, something that I think is really cool with going from like a written work to an adaptation is seeing like the cool creative elements that can be added in from like sound design to the animation. And so I wanted to shout out like a cool moment when Enjin does like the zip it motion when he's like trying to get Rudo to shut up because he's attracting trash monsters by like yelling, even though he's like, dude, you gotta be quiet.
Yes.
And he makes the zip it motion with his hand and it makes an actual zipper sound. And they did it twice, 2 or 3 times, I think, in that scene. And I thought that was really fun. And it kind of gave personality to the character before we hear some of Enjin's first lines. So I thought it was a great way to like set up the character and also add like a really cool element.
Yeah, it's very animated. Like it feels otherworldly and not like it's like emulating reality plus, right? And I think that's where the Mad Max comparison comes in, where it's like, I could see this, but then also it's just so wacky that like it's about the world building and the atmosphere.
Continuing with our boy Enjin, so right after like the whole like zipper situation and then the trash beast show back up, he goes, well, anyway, better get to cleaning. And he's like, and it just
Love it.
And like you said, Nick, like it really shows like you start to see bits of his personality, like not only through like the motions and the word that he says, but then the way that he fights as well too. And it's funny, like watching the whole scene, I just kept thinking, Mary Poppins, y'all.
I literally was going to say Mary Poppins, bro. He pulled the umbrella corp move out.
Yeah, the man can work an umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so cool how he's like, and it really like establishes what high level fights are going to look like in the series, even with, you know, seeing like his Unbreaker Octo Shredder, like knowing that everybody.
Can I get you to say that again for the court record?
Oh yeah. Unbreaker Octo Shredder.
Are you kidding me?
Incredible. And it reminded me of like a Final Fantasy moment when you get Cloud in the like his Octo Slash. Like it's we are here. We are sat.
Yes, it's like straight out of like a '90s like Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like,
yeah,
just
dude.
Like
it's the like cheesiest like Demolition Man action that you could ask for.
So good, so good. I hope that's a sign that other characters are going to have finishing moves. Speaking of finishing moves, guys, that's the wrap on the second episode of our after show and the second episode of Gachiakuta. Obviously, if you want to write in. 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. But also you can head over to got.cr/anime effect questions. That is got.cr/anime effect questions. Let us know you're here from the after show. And who knows, your question or comment might be read on the show. I almost said live. This is not live. Might be read on the show. But
we
until
will
next
be alive
time,
when we read it.
We will be alive.
We will be, we will be live. We will be alive, full of live.
Until then, until our next one, Lee, you ready to take us out?
Hell yeah, it's time for my finishing move. Thank you for joining us for our second episode of the Gachiakuta After Show, brought to you by Crunchyroll and the folks over at Sony Music Entertainment. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
The Gachiakuta After Show is hosted by me, Nick Friedman, LeAlec Murray, and Leah President. We're executive produced by Jonathan Hirsch, Joanna Clay, and me. Thank you to our lead producer, Kyla Carnero, our producer, Carla Solorzano, and our associate producer, Zoe Culkin. Open Ended Films edited and mixed this episode's audio. Our head of production is Sammy Allison. Special thanks to Tamika Balance-Kalasny, and of course, 2 of the coolest human beings on the planet, the creators of Gachiakuta, Kei Urana and Hideyoshi Andou.
We'll be back next week with even more Gachiakuta, of course.
Everybody find your weapons. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
0. Later days, y'all.